I sat down at my computer this morning and I realized something. I'm having a complete mental breakdown regarding AI, and I'm wondering if you are as well. See, I use ChatGPT, Claude, Canva, Descript, Windsurf, Cursor, Gemini Veo, Ideogram, Runway, you name it, every single day. I absolutely love using all these tools. I'm having fun. It's like a kid at Christmas. All these new toys to play with. And I genuinely believe AGI and possibly ASI are coming in the next few years. And I'm excited by that. And while I'm loving life because of AI, I'm also seeing AI destroy people's lives in real time. While I'm sitting here reading about the fact that Mark Zuckerberg got caught on a hot mic asking President Trump what number you want for AI spending, I'm also reading about a 56-year-old who sent out over 1,000 job applications before finally filing for bankruptcy. And how do I find these articles? Well, by using AI, of course. I'm literally using AI to research how AI is destroying the economy and people's lives. I can't be the only one feeling completely insane about this, can I? Last Wednesday night at the White House, nearly 36 tech CEOs gathered for dinner with President Trump. They're having hamburgers and French fries, and no. What happened next perfectly captures our economic insanity. Trump turns to Zuckerberg and publicly asks, "How much was Meta spending on AI?" Zuckerberg says, "It's probably going to be something like, I don't know, say at least $600 billion through 2028 in the U.S. Trump loves it, thanks him, great photo op for both of them. Then the hot mic catches what really happened. Zuckerberg turns to Trump and says, "Sorry, I wasn't ready. I wasn't sure what number you wanted to go with." What number you wanted. Not what Meta actually plans to spend, not what makes business sense. What number makes the president happy? This is how our economy works now. CEOs make up numbers to impress politicians. Politicians praise the fake numbers, stock prices go up, and nobody asks if any of this is real. The Atlantic just revealed the current damage. Tech giants have already burned $560 billion on AI infrastructure since 2024. Their total AI revenue, $35 billion. That's in total across all companies. That's $16 spent for every dollar earned. Now add up the new promises, Zuckerberg's $600 billion. OpenAI also just announced they'll burn $115 billion more by 2029. Every other CEO at that dinner promising hundreds of billions of dollars spent. We're approaching $2 trillion in AI spending promises. $2 trillion. For context, listen to this. The entire 2008 financial crisis bailout was $700 billion. We're promising 3 times that amount on technology that MIT says fails 95% of the time. While CEOs compete to impress the president with bigger fake numbers, let me tell you about reality. A 56-year-old former e-commerce director just sent out over 1,000 job applications. 18 months of searching, and he's a former 6-figure salary guy. Good career, good family man, did everything right. The result, he and his wife sold their house, moved into an apartment. Filed bankruptcy, sold their other car, their second car. They survive on their son's Social Security and his wife's income. Their daughter helps with rent when she moved in. He tried pivoting. Real estate didn't work. Couldn't sustain his life with a commission. Real estate's not really a hot market right now, depending on what part of the country you're in. He became an Amazon delivery driver until his body gave out. And I can tell you, in your upper 50s, your mind, if you don't know this yet, this is a cruelty of life. Your mind still thinks you're 30. Your body tells you otherwise, and you don't understand that. I remember when I was younger thinking, well, why don't old people just accept the fact that they're old and they're going to hurt? It's because we don't know we're old. And we're not going to accept that pain just comes with being older. Age, they say, is just a number, and the older I get, I believe that. I look at my soon-to-be 85-year-old mom next month, and I see her doing pretty dang well. not a gray hair on her head. Just amazing person. My dad's the same way. I talk about my parents a lot on here. My dad's just a year behind her in age. He just turned 84, but he can work circles around me. He can work circles around most people. His mind is sharp as a tack. Hey, let's go move so-and-so out of their house. Okay, let's go. You can't outwork him. You can't. So I don't know how I got off on this little tangent. Oh, I know. It's because he became an Amazon delivery driver and his body gave out. Yeah. You think you can do those type of jobs, and then sometimes you find out, well, maybe you can't after a long day. And now he runs a digital marketing startup that he began. It brings in a couple $100 a month, but his startup costs are going to be more than that, easily. And he wrote, I often feel like a failure. After 1,000 applications, multiple rejections every single day for 18 months, each one crafted, submitted, hoped for. We've all been there. You send out a resume, you hope to hear a positive back, or at least you get an interview, and then you hope you hear positive back from that. But each one of his resumes, his applications, ignored. He's not alone. A woman with an MBA and massive student debt became a nursing assistant because it's the only field hiring right now. Healthcare is a great field to be in. A 58-year-old went viral saying he'll never be hired again. These aren't lazy people, guys. These are smart, intelligent people that have worked all their lives, suddenly find themselves out of work and feel worthless for it and think they'll never be hired again. Experienced professionals destroyed by an economy that would rather burn $2 trillion on AI fantasies than hire humans for real work. The scariest part for me is that Stanford article we talked about. Stanford economists found AI hasn't actually eliminated many jobs yet. The key word right there is yet. Because right now, AI spending is propping up the entire economy, in case you haven't read that yet. The Atlantic revealed AI infrastructure spending contributed more to GDP growth in 2025 than all consumer spending combined. Think about that. Every dollar you spent this year, groceries, rent or mortgage, healthcare, your kids' education, whatever, all of it together grew the economy less than tech companies burning money on data centers. Geoffrey Hinton won the Nobel Prize. They call him the godfather of AI because he literally invented the neural networks that power everything from ChatGPT to your phone's face recognition. His warning to the Financial Times, rich people are going to get richer. They're going to use AI to replace workers. It's going to create massive unemployment and a huge rise in profits. It'll make a few people much richer, but most people much poorer. This isn't some radical outsider saying this either, guys. This is the man who created the technology, won a Nobel Prize, telling you exactly what it's designed to do. Watch that White House dinner footage. Nearly 36 CEOs taking turns praising President Trump, competing with bigger numbers. Not one mentioned jobs, not one mentioned workers. They're living Hinton's privacy in real time. When someone suggested universal basic income might fix this, Hinton crushed that dream too. It won't deal with human dignity. People derive crucial value from purpose from their work. Our 56-year-old job seeker feeling like a failure, that's what Hinton means. You can't replace purpose with a government check. You can't buy back dignity once it's gone either. But here's where Hinton goes truly dark. He gives AI a 10 to 20% chance of causing human extinction. Not unemployment, not economic collapse, extinction, Terminator. Through bioweapons, uncontrollable systems, or complete societal breakdown. The inventor of this technology thinks there's a 1 in 5 chance it kills us all. It's not funny. I don't know why I laugh sometimes like that. Like I say, I guess it beats crying. So there's a 1 in 5 chance that it kills us all, but let's burn $2 trillion chasing after it. OpenAI just told investors they expect $200 billion in revenue by 2030. They currently make about $3.5 billion. So that requires growing 57 times in 5 years. That's doubling revenue every 10 months without fail. You ever been in a business like that? So their plan, ChatGPT, will somehow generate $90 billion. The rest will come from products that don't exist yet. I'm sorry. I don't know why I didn't think to say that when I went for my mortgage back, when I was, 26 years old or whatever I was, sweating my you-know-what off, walking into the bank, talking to the lender about giving me a loan to build my house. Well, most of my revenue is going to come from things that don't exist yet. Oh, sure. Proved. This is... They also say they'll monetize free users through ads, competing with Google, who owns search advertising, or Meta, who owns social. Basically, Meta is Facebook. If you don't know that, this is pure fantasy, though. The 95% failure rate applies here, too. Most new products will fail. As always, that's nothing new. That's throughout time, Any startup knows that, any entrepreneur knows that they've tried 50 to 100 different things before finding something that works. I know that. Believe me, mine was more like 800 to 1. Competition exists. Anthropic, Google, Meta, they're not going to stand still. Enterprise adoption takes years, not months. Oh, but the exponential curve. But investors lifted OpenAI's valuation from $300 billion to $500 billion based on these fantasies. Because in a bubble, the numbers don't have to be real. They just have to be bigger than the numbers that they released the time before. Every dollar chasing the AGI lottery is a dollar not spent on actual jobs, real infrastructure, or businesses that serve human needs. We're literally defunding the present to bet on a future that doesn't need us. Here's where I lose my mind completely. I believe AGI is coming. I think we'll have it within 5 years. A lot of people think we already have it. So change AGI to ASI if you're among those people. The progress is real. The capabilities are genuinely incredible. I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying AI is fake. I'm not saying we won't achieve AGI or ASI. I'm just wondering why companies are getting the valuations that they're getting right now when nothing like that exists yet, unless we don't know about it. Here we go with the conspiracy theories. There's no doubt that better versions exist behind closed doors. I'll admit that. I mean, do I know that for sure? No, but come on. Are they going to release to the public the most powerful versions of ChatGPT 5 or Claude? No. And it's for society's benefit that they don't. Look at the people causing the most destruction over the last almost 30 years. Is it countries? No, it's people. It's groups. It's Al Qaeda. It's individuals. It's United States individuals. The Oklahoma City bombing, things like that. So no, it's probably in our best interest that they don't release that yet. I would rather them gradually release it as we become more used to using it. So that's not what I'm saying. But, I see the wreckage as well. We're not taking into account what it's doing to the economy, to real humans, to us, to real human lives, to real people's lives. Not just stories you read on the internet. Those are real people you're reading about. The 56-year-old man, I elected not to use his name. You can probably find it based on what I told you. He's a real person. Looked a lot like I do or did or whatever, just with a lot better hair. And not as many gray hairs. While I get excited by AI, I also hate AI for what it's doing. I use AI every day while researching how AI destroys livelihoods. I'm excited about breakthroughs in technologies designed to make humans obsolete. I'm contributing to the problem I'm documenting. Someone asked me in the comments section, what good is AGI when the entire world is broken? I don't have the answer to that. We're building godlike intelligence while humans file bankruptcy. We're approaching the singularity while families lose their homes. This split-screen existence is making millions of us insane. We use the tools that eliminate jobs. We fund the race that makes us obsolete. We love the technology while hating the outcome. How do you reconcile using Claude to read about people Claude will replace? How do you get excited about GPT-5 when GPT-4 already convinced companies to stop hiring? How do you believe in the future when that future doesn't include us? I don't have the answers. I have psychological whiplash mostly. The AI bubble isn't some future threat. I mean, it's Zuckerberg asking what number. It's $560 billion burned for $35 billion returned. It's made up revenue projections justifying real layoffs. It's 1,000 human applications worth less than a cup of coffee. Something has to break. The math just doesn't work. The economics don't work. The human cost is unsustainable. When investors realize the $2 trillion is based on hot mic admissions and fantasy projections, when AI spending stops propping up GDP, when even the delivery jobs get automated, what then? Tomorrow I'll come in here, I'll open up Claude and start working. I'll read more fake billions promised, more real jobs lost. I'll feel excited about the technology and horrified by its impact. I'll contribute to building the future while helping destroy the present. That's life in the $2 trillion split screen nightmare. Using AI while it uses us. Building tomorrow while it destroys today. Loving the innovation while hating the destination. At least we're going insane together. In a world where CEOs make up numbers and humans don't matter, shared confusion might be all we have left. The contradiction is a story, and we're all living it. I'll see you in the next episode.